Disney Vacations, all-inclusive resorts, cruises and family trips to Idaho. Travel to your favorite place and have a celebration. Sandpiper Vacations.
Broadcasting from the Sandpiper Vacations studio. Welcome to Parents' Night Out with no new friends. The comedy break every parent deserves. This is the podcast where parenting meets pure, unfiltered fun. Real, raw hilarity. It's your night out without the kids, where nothing is off limits. And we say what everybody else is thinking. Whether you're a parent or just need a good laugh, we've got the adult humor you crave. So kick back, relax, and get ready to let loose with us. This is Parents' Night Out with no new friends.
There are so many ways to connect with us. Just check out our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. And don't forget to join our clubhouse. Become a friend with benefits. That's our Patreon. For as low as $2 per month, you can get all sorts of exclusive content, including cutting room floor, early release on episodes, and then your chance to enter to win some great prizes. We are recording live, streaming live on the YouTube every single Monday, well, almost every single Monday night, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where you can see this thing raw, uncut, all the things that don't make air. It's live. It's happening right in front of you. Also, we sometimes go live on the TikTok from the Disney parks. Follow us there at the parks with no new friends. My name is Scott. I'm the host. With me, as always, my amazing cast of characters, the scumbag reselling hoarder himself, Chris.
What do we get to see raw and uncut?
The Jewish American princess, Sarah.
Hello.
Our emotional sport gay, Nick.
It's a me, I'm a gay.
The wise man, Darren.com.
Listen here, brother.
So welcome to the golden age of America, everybody. It's what a time to be alive.
The second person to welcome me today. The golden age of America.
You know, I had to do some research, Chris, because I was like, the golden age of America. What does that mean? And that was like question. The 1950s through the 1960s. I was like, oh, okay. So segregation.
You must have been talking about the end of World War II.
Maybe. I don't know.
Must have been.
But a lot of bad things during that time period. A lot of bad things.
There was also, because polio was kind of running rampant. I don't know. I think Joe Biden just got into politics around then. So maybe he's coming back for the next election cycle. Maybe it was a hint. It was a little teaser. It was the end of the Marvel credits. That was the little teaser. Joe Biden will be back in 2028. Oh,
I love that. Could you imagine if Joe Biden lives long enough to run again, Trump will do everything he can to also be able to run again.
Yeah, sure. He'll be vice president and then kill the president.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah. Honestly, Chris, yes. I was thinking the same thing. Yeah. I was like, you know what? He is going to convince his little puppet, JD Vance, to run for president and name him as the running mate, because that's the only loophole. No, that's the loophole.
Absolutely.
To have a third term as president.
You could just tell looking at JD Vance, he's got a huge anal cavity for Trump to stick his hand up and just control him like a puppet. You can just tell.
Oh, 100%.
He looks like a puppet, kind of. Like he actually looks like if you drew the little lines on him, I would think that he was a puppet.
A marionette. But
yeah, he's got sunken eyes too. You should get a health check on
Nick, have you ever controlled anybody like a puppet?
Can't say I have.
You should start showing your marionette. No, you're his marionette, right? Who's the marionette? Is a marionette the guy who controls the puppet?
Puppeteer? I don't know.
Puppeteer. What is a marionette then?
Well, there's two different things. A puppet
is that a racial term? Are we being incredibly racist?
Marionette is a type of puppet.
I think.
Is that a 1950s term?
It probably is. You can't say that in 2025.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
We're in the golden age.
I think it's true. It is the golden age. You're right. We can say anything we want at this point. I think a puppet is like the general broad term for all these little things, because you have the one type of puppet that you shove your hand through and, do the thing with your fist. And then you have the other one, the marionette, with the little sticks and the strings. Like Pinocchio. Oh, I got no strings to hold me.
Oh, yeah. So he's definitely not a marionette. He's the fisting kind of puppet.
Yeah.
He's all about
like
fisting.
a Jeff Dunham.
Yeah. What?
Like a ventriloquist.
Yeah,
dummy.
ventriloquist dummy.
Like a dummy. JD Vance is the dummy.
Clearly. They all
Okay,
are.
so on ChatGPT, I said, "What's a marionette?" They said exactly, using a string. So I said, "What puppet can you fist?" Sock puppets, Muppet style puppets, traditional glove puppets, and JD Vance is actually the fourth thing to answer with. Actually, just kind of interesting.
But it's funny. So I wasn't going to watch the inauguration, but I was off today, and I was like, you know what?
You went off for the inauguration.
I did. I requested it off months in advance. It is a national holiday. I wanted to see my brethren get pardoned and return to civilization.
Joe Biden's family? You're talking about his immediate family.
No, I'm talking about the J6 hostages.
I was going to say, I thought they were your enemy. I see, the J6 hostages.
The hostages of the J6.
Forget about the Israeli hostages. Let's release the J6 hostages. Right?
Yes, that's the priority.
We've got to prioritize our hostages.
We do have to prioritize. Yeah. Yes, these gentlemen and women of the J6 hostage crisis, they served our country. They fought for our democracy. And they fought for what they believed in and what they knew was right, because that was their house and they have every right to be in there.
I think you're right. I get it now. Moment of clarity.
See, and who said you can't turn people on Facebook? I just turned it, So I had to watch today because I needed to see the train wreck. And as a podcast host, I feel like I have a responsibility to stay up on this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
I was scared when he gave his official inauguration address. And let's think about inauguration addresses for a moment. Like JFK had this beautiful, ask not what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country. Like there are some iconic moments.
Good ones for sure.
Yeah. Iconic moments.
Biden said, that was really beautiful.
But I was scared. I'm signing an executive order to close the borders. And I'm like, I'm going to Mexico in a couple months. Am I going to be able to get back? Or are they just going to see how this American and just take me down? I don't know.
You're really white, so you're fine. You're fine.
You couldn't even pretend, Scott.
No, I'm talking about the Mexican cartel. Are they going to take me out because I'm American?
Oh, yeah.
Because according to Trump, there's nothing but rapists and murderers in Mexico. That's all that there is.
And the
You
sandals.
have to let us know.
I almost feel like that might be the better option, is to just go to Mexico and stay there.
Just stay there. The weather's nice.
Yeah, it's warm. I don't care about it anymore.
Yeah. So we are going to be flying over the Gulf of America in February to Mexico.
Maybe you'll be able to see Mount McKinley from your airplane.
We have so many things as a country to worry about.
A lot happened today.
A lot happened today.
What happened this weekend?
Nick,
It's been a whirlwind.
It's
of a news cycle.
It has been. Like I have a list of, like, this is the longest prepared list I have for an episode, I think, since like episode 4, where I took it super seriously and had a book for. It's insane, all the stuff that's happened. So, okay, let's talk first about the TikTok ban. So for months and months and months, I have been made fun of about my midlife crisis and my going live on the TikTok, and I did not believe that TikTok was going away, and it's just been this whole cloud of doubt and uncertainty around the TikTok.
You are a Trump guy, aren't you, Scott? Just denying Supreme Court rulings.
I figured, Mr. Beast or someone was going to come in and buy TikTok, because there's a lot of money that this Chinese company is going to lose out by losing 170 million subscribers. Plus, I also thought, okay, these elected officials that voted yes on this, they're going to see, wait a second, 170 million users. That's 170 million votes. Maybe we should rethink this. The will of the American people is to have TikTok.
But that's also 170 million more people going to Meta. That's what that's what their noggins was using.
Because listen, okay, at the inauguration, you have in the front row family members, the Vance family, the Trump family. In the back row, you had Trump's cabinet. Right behind the family was Zuckerberg, Bezos, Elon Musk, the CEO of Google.
You see
CEO of
Zuckerberg sneak a
TikTok?
peek at Bezos's escort?
Oh, I didn't see that.
I'll send you a video.
Okay. So we're coming up to this TikTok ban, and I haven't been live in a while, but I've made a lot of acquaintances on the TikTok. Shut Up Tiffany, Ben Toy, Dad Bod. There's so many people that I've connected with. The defunct Mexican cartel. So many people, and we used to have so much fun going live. So on the night before TikTok's going to go dark, I'm on TikTok. I haven't been on TikTok in months. And I'm going through and everybody's crying. Everybody's saying goodbye to each other. And I can't help it. I'm just scrolling and I'm gifting. Because I still have like 100 coins left. I had to get rid of them because I'm like, these are going to be useless tomorrow. Like kind of like the US dollar. And it was so sad. And then all of a sudden 8:30 goes dark.
It wasn't 8:30. It was 10:43 p.m.
10:30. I don't know. Whatever. It went dark.
It was early here. Well, it went dark for everybody at different times.
It did.
That's a random thing.
Well, what I found is when people were getting the notifications, I was still on it. It wasn't until I closed the app and went back on that's when I got the notification.
I was seeing all of the text come through on the chat and I'm like, I can't read the text. I don't want to close it. Because I was still scrolling. It slowly shut down on me though.
I think the funniest thing about this whole thing is that it was banned for a reason, right? It is banned because it's a national security risk, and an enemy country has access to what we see and our information, right? And everyone's like, yeah, but I don't care. I just want to watch a thirst trap do a little dance on my phone at 3 a.m.
You're welcome.
Yes.
It's kind of scary where we are in the world. What we're prioritizing.
What's really crazy is there was a big group of people that went to another app called Red Note, which is literally the Chinese version of TikTok, and it's all in Mandarin.
Literally Chinese. It's literally like they don't even hide the fact that it's a Chinese app. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what is happening here?
And everybody was like, I'm just gonna give my information to China.
I'm gonna go right to the source.
You're right.
Need my social sign up? Sure.
Mother's maiden name? No problem. High school mascot? The Bumblebee. So, okay, I'm getting into this hype as things are closing down. And I start true story, and Hannah's in chat right now. She can attest to this. I start texting her and I'm like, I'm so sad. I'm so glad that I met you. And that we've been like, I'm having this moment with someone that I'm actually friends with that like I can text back and forth at any point, that we've had zero interaction via TikTok in months. But I'm getting like super emotional about this. It's like, oh, these were the best times of my life. And I'm like, and then like the next day I'm thinking, what was I thinking? The best times of my life. This was like a 3-month span when I went live every week. So now, Chris, once it went dark, I refreshed that son of a bitch every 10 minutes, hoping and praying that somehow it was going to change.
Start splashing water on your face, hoping it's a bad dream.
Yeah, I put my phone in rice. I'm like, well, maybe this will get the TikTok back.
Maybe this will lure the Chinese.
Fried rice.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
Mine was borderline, but it's a fact. That rice is Chinese.
The lucky thing is I did a terrible impression, so nobody's going to pick up on that.
I thought it was pretty good.
Thank you. So here's what I thought was brilliant. So the message that comes on the screen is, unfortunately we've had to go dark, but we've been assured that incoming President Trump is going to rectify this or whatever. And I'm like, you know what? Donald Trump is playing 4D chess.
Tell him it was me.
While the Democrats are playing goddamn checkers. Okay? Because Trump started this whole nonsense about banning TikTok. Remember when there was a TikTok trend that everybody was like, we're going to buy up all these tickets to his rally, and nobody showed up. And so he's like, TikTok's got to go. It's, many people are saying it's the word that's the Chinese are monitoring us.
Was that an FDR accent? Was that a
fireside chat? Listen, I don't do a good Trump. So like he orchestrated this all so that he could be the hero when he brings it back. Because I got to tell you, when it came back the next morning, I immediately said, well, maybe this Trump guy is not so bad.
Joe Biden's over like, what's a Tic Tac? I love Tic Tacs.
The reality, and this is how easily we're manipulated. And then in the 11th hour, Biden says, I'm not going to enforce the ban. So it was Biden the whole time. But Trump's going to take credit for it. Oh, what a time to be alive, huh, Sarah?
Listen, I actually did get rid of my Facebook and Instagram.
Good for you.
Oh, why?
I did. Well, I'd been looking for an excuse for a long time anyways. And I was like, you know what? I'm done with all the drama, really, with it. But now there's all these rumors about TikTok being bought by them anyways. So, of course, naturally.
All roads lead to
But
Facebook.
You know what? I can scroll past the negativity, but I was like, all these friends that I have on Facebook, for the most part, of course, I don't talk to them. They wouldn't know if I was gone anyways, like not
I
on their
noticed,
friends
Sarah.
list,
I would notice.
I wept.
Thanks,
I would notice.
Thanks, guys. Well, thanks. Nobody noticed until now.
Yeah, in all honesty, I didn't realize you were gone.
No, I mean, I don't ever post anything. I literally scroll.
don't?
It doesn't take anything away from my life that I don't have it. But I enjoyed TikTok because I used it as my Google. Like that was my go-to.
Wait a second. What were you Googling on TikTok?
No, I mean, like, listen, if I wanted to look something up, like, I don't know what to do with my hair or my makeup or something like that, like instead of going through all this, I would just went on TikTok. Oh, see somebody do it. And I was like, okay, that's quick and easy. I'm going to do that. I like watching real people.
Your algorithm is much different than mine.
My algorithm has changed so much, though. I opened my TikTok. I was there when it came back on. I was actually showing a coworker how it wasn't working, and it was a black screen, and I kept refreshing, went to my messages, tried to show her that I couldn't open a video, and then I went back and all of a sudden refreshed it again, and it popped up. And I texted Lewis, and I was like, go to your TikTok. And then not too much long later, you guys were texting saying TikTok's back. I'm like, that was the strangest thing because I was there when it shut down and I was there when it came back up.
Yeah, it was weirdest 12 hours that I've experienced in a while.
I'm glad it's back though.
So my algorithm, Sarah, is watching a bunch of videos of you want to know how to get your husband to do what you want much faster, and it's a video of the wife saying, "Hey, can you help me with the trash?" And he goes, "Oh, in a few minutes." And then she flashes him, and he's like, "All right, I'll be right up." That's all I watch is a bunch of that stuff.
You ever rewatch those? Yeah, I was gonna say, you ever rewatch those like you're watching Titanic? Like they gotta miss the iceberg this time, even though you know what's gonna happen.
Right.
Like you saw this video 6 times on your feed before. Maybe this time you see a different angle.
Yeah, or maybe there's a mirror that they missed.
Maybe you start looking at faucets and stuff and the reflection and
pause, zoom in, enhance,
and like hardware in the kitchen. Like that pan is kind of angled towards.
Chris, it's like you're not going to remember this, but like back in the 80s, your television had access to every channel. But so like you'd get to the porn channels and you couldn't see anything. It was just like fuzz. You could kind of hear it, but it was like fuzz or distorted. But like every once in a while, if you like looked and squinted and turned your head just right, you see the side of a boob.
Wow.
That was Channel 1, back in the day.
Channel 1.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
See, Nick knows. Nick knows what he was looking for, the different porn channel. But
Yeah, not the same.
There was just porn on live TV.
Yeah, but you couldn't see it. It was all distorted
It was like
and stuff.
Cinemax, but you had to, you had to pay for it.
Skinemax, yeah. Yeah, it was behind a paywall. You had to pay for it. It was part of your monthly bill, but it was still there. Like that's the thing is like all the channels were there, but you couldn't see them. So like HBO, you could hear the movie, but you couldn't see it unless you upgraded your package.
Blind people were like, I'm not paying for anything. This is fun.
It was funny, all the characters at this, all these tech moguls at this inauguration. But the most fascinating was Elon Musk welcoming us all to the Fourth Reich and giving the Nazi salute not only once, but twice.
Just in case he didn't see it the first time.
Yeah. And he turned around to make sure that everybody else saw. Sarah, did you see that?
I saw it on TikTok.
Thank God.
She TikToked, so that's like Google TikToked offensive hand gestures.
No, that was the one random thing that popped up in all of the European content that has flooded my For You page now.
Nick, how were you with the TikTok blackout period?
I was sad about it because I lost all my hot shirtless men. They moved to the Instagram at least, so I was able to enjoy that for a few hours.
Okay.
And then we went back to TikTok yesterday, and our algorithms were all sorts of fucked up.
Yeah. None of my Disney people are coming up right now.
No, it was, mine is normally like Disney, Wicked, or Hot Shirtless Men. Like those are like my main three like algorithm things.
Yeah.
And last night
or hot shirtless men doing Wicked or Disney stuff.
Yes.
Doing Wicked stuff?
Wicked.com.
Wicked.
That's the site that Chris checked out.
Yeah. Wicked.com. We got into some rabbit holes last night with everything that started popping up on TikTok and all these conspiracy theories about Meta and everything. So it's been interesting times right now.
Very interesting times. I'm just glad it's back. I've already started in my head, like planning a live site. Like I gotta go to the parks again. I gotta go live. Like I'm gonna get my gimbal out of the dust balls. And
he was talking about getting, like, I called him yesterday when I told my dad that TikTok was coming back, and he's like, I'm trying to get laid right now. And I was like, but TikTok's back. And then he immediately hung up, and I got home and he's just scrolling. He's just been scrolling the entire time.
And then he says to me, he goes, "Didn't get laid, did you?" I said, "Nope." Scroll.
So the ladder was just really, really quick.
So that was today. Now, you know what? Let's hear from Giles Garman in The More You Know.
And now it's time for The More You Know. And here's your host, Giles Garman.
Hello there, Giles Garman here, letting you know that on the next episode of Into the Disneyverse, you can hear all about the history of Mary Poppins, the 1964 film. As a reminder, new episodes of Into the Disneyverse release every Monday on all streaming services. That's Into the Disneyverse, DIZNEYVERSE. And that's all from me, Giles Garman.
That was it?
That was quick. Last week it was like 12 minutes, wasn't it?
Yeah, is he mad at us?
I don't know. Maybe TikTok cut him out?
Chris, is there any
is that
you have
real?
any insight? That was it.
Okay, so story behind this. I think he is a little mad because you never told him we weren't recording last week.
Well, he never sent me anything last week.
He was going to do a gag and you were pissed about how long it was. You were pissed about how long it was. So I don't know if you guys
I wasn't pissed.
Well, you made a comment about it. So he was playing off of that. All right.
Okay.
Stick with the bit. So I don't know if you guys listen to Into the Disneyverse, but there's the Garmin brothers. It's Giles, and then there's Gerald and Gerard. And I play Gerald. And I just
wait, it's you? Holy shit.
And so we had like a 12-minute segment that was just all three of us just bantering, and it was really long, drug out, and really bad. And that was, but since it was time sensitive because of this week on Disneyverse, I guess he didn't send it because we skipped a week. But like now that I'm thinking about it, I guess he could have just changed the beginning.
Right.
But that's the story. So we did save 8 to 11 minutes.
Well, okay, good.
By skipping a week. So maybe I guess you won.
Right. Well, Giles Garman, I apologize for any confusion. I went to Disney with Darren and my dad last Monday, and I didn't know if we were going to get done on
That's not
time.
like a Costco thing, right? You actually went to
No,
Disney?
we actually went to Disney.
Oh my God,
Okay.
we haven't said that in forever.
Just curious.
What a
What
callback.
are you guys doing in Florida?
No, it was a fun day. We went to Animal Kingdom first, and then Hollywood Studios. Really cool. I didn't have many stories from this other than the fact that I fell asleep like snoring during Muppet Vision 4D. Not because I was drinking, but because it's that terrible.
It's Muppet
Just
Vision
kidding. I was drinking.
It's Muppet Vision 3D, first off.
What's that?
It's 3D, not 4D.
Muppet Vision. Oh yeah, Muppet Vision 3D. Okay,
You're
whatever.
thinking Shrek 4D?
Yeah,
rest in peace.
the better one. So, R.I.P. So, a couple of weeks ago, I told you guys that I got to interview Kevin Broussard, the original indie stuntman from the Indiana Jones stunt show.
Wait, you told us that? That's really cool.
On Creators United.
I'm glad you followed his name by what he did because nobody knows who Kevin Broussard is.
Well, I know that. That's why I said what he did. Anyway,
Okay,
so interviewed him with Dane on Creators United. So
Yeah,
we
huge
went.
interview.
Oh, it was so much fun.
Yeah,
I'm
congrats.
gonna.
It's a really big get.
Yeah.
Oh my God. This is a big deal for me. Okay. Remember your Vince Papali, nobody knows who that is.
Oh, the
except
guy
for
who
me.
they made a movie about, Scott?
Hey,
Mark
they made a
Wahlberg
movie about
played?
Kevin Broussard's main actor too. Anyway, so
It was a home movie by you and your sister?
so we go to the Indiana Jones show and Kevin is playing the director.
Wait. Before we go on, I do want to, just for anybody wondering at home, when I said, was it a home movie by you and your sister? It was because they would reenact the
Thank you for clarifying.
Jones stunt show. I could not let that go.
Thank you.
When they were kids, they would reenact the Indiana Jones stunt show.
Anybody who's been listening to this show for a while knows that
This
story.
was for people who haven't been. Carry on.
Okay. Good point. Good
Thank
point.
you.
We could have
Yeah.
new listeners.
That would be
Not many,
really
but
bad.
we could.
Yeah. We don't want to paint you in any different of a light.
Than you already have.
Yes.
Jesus.
Exactly.
I
draw the line there. I draw the line there.
Yeah, it's okay to paint me out to be a racist and a pedophile, but
Yeah. When it comes to family, we don't touch that.
Don't forget about bestiality.
Yeah. I guess furry family's okay. Scott told me that.
So we after the show, I'm like, well, let me go say hi to Kevin.
Kevin who?
Again. Kevin Broussard, the original indie stuntman.
Oh, he's the original indie stuntman?
From the show.
From the movie?
Oh my God, you haven't said that before.
Oh my God.
There was an Indiana Jones TV show.
No, from the Epic Stunt Spectacular at Hollywood Studios.
Oh, God.
So I've been drinking all day, and during the Indiana Jones show, I had two. Like I had 2 beers during that show. So I am 2, double fisting it. So I have a lot of courage. So I go up and I'm like, Kevin, and he looks at me. I was like, I interviewed you a couple, and he's like, Scott, brings me in, gives me this big old hug. It really cool picture of him hugging me. What you can't see is I'm sobbing because I'm like, he remembers me. We're best friends now.
It was really cool, and I felt really bad 3 days later when I looked at the group chat and I saw that I didn't text back about it.
I'm used to it.
Yeah, I kind of figured it was already baked into the cake, but I was really happy for you. I watched the live photo like 3 times.
It's such a cool moment. My dad was like, wow, he was genuinely excited to see you.
That
He's
was
like,
the cool thing about him is that he, like, you could tell even in the 1.5 second live photo that he was like, that was not fake. Like he did not have to hug you.
No, I was fine with a handshake. And even if he said, oh yeah, I remember you. Thanks for coming to the show. That would have been fine for my interaction. But the hug and then I was like, well, can we take a picture with? And he's like, absolutely. And he kicked the rope down.
Oh, that's
so
cool.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
It was a cool moment.
Did you give him a hand job too?
I did.
Not surprised.
That was the end of the live photo, actually. You could see the starting of it. He watched just long enough.
So here's the thing, though, is like a week before, Darren was patient 0 with the bubonic plague.
It's true.
Like like super sick. And at first I thought it was just vaginitis because he was like sick for 2 days and then he was like out and about partying and then he was sick for another 4 days.
Wasn't out and about partying.
So I'm just kidding. For legal purposes, that is a joke. So I don't know how this happened. Yes, Darren.
No, there's a kitten. Sorry, I got distracted.
Sorry.
So
you said bubonic plague?
Bubonic plague.
That's funny. When I was in town, I gave Nick the dick-donic plague.
So I don't know how this happened, but the very next week, both Rachel and Abby both get super sick.
You don't know how contagion works?
Well, they didn't come anywhere near Darren. They also didn't go anywhere near him.
I was going to stay away from that as far as I could.
Okay,
as
so
far as I could.
Listen,
You said
when I said it, when it came out of my mouth, when it came out of my mouth,
Whoa!
when I was dropping the joke, I forgot that I looped my daughter into that sentence.
Okay. I was a little confused.
So anyway, they didn't go anywhere near Darren. Like, if anything, I was the closest to him, and that was about 6 feet.
So you came close to him, but your wife.
What I learned from COVID is, as long as I stay 6 feet away, I'm good.
Right, exactly.
So they both get sick, and we have conspiracy theories. Like Darren's like, well, cats carry human viruses, and the cat was in my face, and then the cat was in the Rachel and Abby's face, so that's probably how it happened. And I said, okay. Meanwhile, I get home, and they're both like running me all over the place. I put in like my steps in about 5 minutes because one of them's, can you get me this? And then they wait till I get upstairs. Can you get me this? And then I have to go back downstairs and then back up. Sarah, it's server life.
No, it's not even that. I just recognize it with the kids. Every time I sit down and get comfortable, okay, back up.
I think your wife was just running you up and downstairs because she doesn't often get to see you go downstairs.
That or she's trying to get the heart attack going faster so that she can move on with her life. So I don't want to get sick because I know I have this Disney day coming up. So I look like I was
every day for you, though.
That is true. But it was with my dad, right? I go to Disney maybe once or twice a year with my dad. So Chris, I look like I was getting ready for a Joe Biden rally. I'm wearing a mask inside the house nonstop. Like nobody's around me, but I'm just wearing the mask to not get sick. Here's the funny thing, because we've talked about the man flu before, and I don't know, Chris, if you do this, but now, because my life revolves around people making fun of me. I mean, like on this podcast, it's an hour and a half of ridicule.
You have no choice. Yeah.
I have no choice. At work, people make fun of me. It's just part of my shtick, and I like it. It makes me laugh.
You ever think people just hate you?
Maybe.
That'd be a fear.
They do.
Like maybe people just don't like me and they're serious.
This got dark real quick.
Yeah. I was just kidding.
Okay.
I wasn't.
So I find myself now when I get sick, I underplay how sick I am because I don't like being made fun of by mostly my wife. Like, oh, you got the man flu and all that. Meanwhile, she has me running up and down the stairs, getting different things. I was like, what the hell is going on here? But Ellie got the bubonic plague, right?
Yeah, it sucks too when babies get it because then you got to use that thing to suck stuff out of their nose.
You love that thing, though.
The one with the straw.
But she's getting yes, exactly, Nick. That's the exact one. I've upgraded from the plunger to the one you put in your mouth.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Sometimes you get a little bit of reward. No, I'm kidding. So the thing that sucks is when she was a baby, she didn't really have good hand-eye coordination. Now she's doing taekwondo trying to get this straw out of her nose. Right. So I have to when I'm home alone with her, which is for like 45 minutes, I have to pin her arms down and then use with my elbows and then stick the straw at her nose and then give a nice little, and then then she's good. But it's at first it was gross. And then I was like, there's something satisfying about this. There's something satisfying. I've just learned that parenting, you just turn into a sick fuck. It's like you start like I got that dad nose thing to clean the diapers. Now I enjoy the smell of shit. It's like now it's like when she shits. First of all, good. So
you don't
her.
use the little dad nose thing anymore.
No, in fact, I take some of the shit and rub it on like as
Chris is like an NFL player.
Yeah. He has
the lines under his eyes.
After I changed my first poop without the dad nose, it's like after your first kill, you rub the blood on your face. I rubbed the shit on my face, and I went downstairs like, look what I did.
Chris is like when people are around bad smells, they put like that Vicks vapor rub in their nose. Yeah. He just puts the little shit
just
under his nose so we can smell that. Yeah.
And he went so long without her pooping, so you might as well
exactly.
It.
It's a reward. When she poops. You know what's crazy too is she waited till Emily went back to work for her to start pooping twice in the mornings now. It's like, this is what I get. No, but now it's like it's fun. Like now it's like it feels like I'm accomplishing something. I'm wiping away. I don't know if it's normal. Is it normal to use like 30 baby wipes?
1,000%.
Okay.
I would go through a box per diaper.
Yeah, I felt like I was wasting a little bit, but then again, I drive an electric car, so waste out. It's the scale of environment.
You're saving it.
Yeah. So I always do that. I'll throw a soda can in the trash. I'm always like, what are you doing? I'm like, I drive an electric car. I can do this. It's like the N-word pass, but for recycling. Like I have the recycling pass. If I was black, I could say that. But since it's recycling, I drive an electric car. I can throw a can in the regular trash.
Speaking of recycling real quick. So, you know how I bitched about how like they came down with all these rules, like you can't put the trash bag in the thing. You have to unload everything and it can't be like this, and it has to be this, and you can't do this. And you can't, I guess we were so bad at it that the recycling company fired the city of Winter Garden. So we have no more recycling anymore.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. Like they took our bins and everything.
Welcome to Trump's America.
I haven't had it for years. I feel like every place I've lived now hasn't had it.
Right. I think we're the last city in Florida that had it.
I'm so glad we derailed Chris's story for recycling.
Well, I don't even remember what I was talking about. Smearing shit on my face.
Shit on your face.
Yeah, she had a cold. She got over it. I didn't get it though. I made sure while she had the cold, I made sure I was on a strict diet of McDonald's, which everyone knows boosts the antibodies.
Right.
I think RFK is actually implementing that. But anyway,
there's so many germs in the McDonald's food that you're just putting it in. Like it's
you build up a tolerance. Yeah.
I get excited when she gets sick. So I'm like, man, she's gonna be, her immune system is just so strong now. You got to look at the glass half full, or else you're just upset about everything. As a parent, I'm learning very quickly too.
Right.
She's starting to stand when grabbing things. She's starting to like grab things and stand up, which is kind of annoying because she just comes over and I think she's being cute, and then she starts climbing me and grabbing anything she can grab onto, which is usually my beard or my hair. I'm not very tall. She's almost as tall as me. It's a little alarming. I'm so used to her like sitting down and stuff. Now when she stands up, I'm like, oh, we're almost eye to eye. And she's got two little teeth coming in the top. And she has the two teeth in the bottom. And again, stuff that I never thought I'd think about. Like her two teeth coming in the bottom, but one's a little crooked. I'm like, man, there's $8,000 on braces right there. I'm just starting to save for braces now.
No, now's the like you can kind of help form it. So like as it comes in, just push it a little bit each day. You'll be fine. Yeah, it's a baby. Like that's what they have, soft spots in their head. So they have soft spots in their gums. Just move the teeth over.
Oh my God.
I have sculpted her head.
So Dan, how's your teeth?
My teeth are fucked up. My teeth are crooked as shit.
That's because I didn't know back then. I didn't know that you could do that.
You also didn't hold your child until he was 22.
Really wasn't around that much. So, you know.
So I'll have to sculpt the teeth. I'm going to double check with ChatGPT real quick, and then I'll do it.
Yeah, get her a mouth guard, like a Steph Curry mouth guard.
Oh, yeah, it's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a really good idea. Muzzle. Maybe what we'll do is wire her jaw shut at the age of 8 months. And, I mean,
you could do that.
So they come in straight.
Okay, so mouth guard, so the teeth grow in straight.
Correct. Or gay. Or gay.
Okay, yes.
I don't discriminate. They can come in any way they want.
Ally.
Yeah, they can grow in as an ally. Yes.
Yes. Ally teeth. Maybe that's what she has then. Maybe she's just an ally from birth.
There you
Not
go.
straight teeth. She has allied teeth. That's what I'm going to say anyway. When her teeth are like just so messed up when she's older. Why didn't you do this? Because you're an ally.
But if she was gay, the gays have perfect teeth.
Oh, shit.
Right. Well, so if she's not gay, she has to show people that she supports. So that's why her teeth are not straight. See, this is what I'm going to tell her. I'm going to just be thanking myself that I'm saving $8,000 on braces. Teaching a good lesson.
She's going to be like, Dad, why didn't you ever get my teeth fixed? Because we don't say straight in this house.
Oh my God. There's your answer, Darren.
Nick, how organized are your
Teeth?
your pantries and closets and whatnot?
I started my New Year, New Me thing, and it lasted about a week.
Oh,
that's a pretty long time.
I got through the pantry. I have this like task thing that I printed out, and it's basically like one item or one place in the house per week. And the first week was clean out the pantry, so I did that and found not one, not two, but 5 containers of beef broth.
Ooh, bone broth or regular?
Just regular beef broth.
Just regular beef broth.
Yeah.
You a beef broth guy?
No, I've never cooked with beef broth. So the only person that would have bought it is my husband. And let me tell you this. So beef broth, did we talk about this?
No.
So beef broth, like when you buy it in the store, it lasts like 2 years or something, right? I guess.
It lasts over time.
I'd assume it lasts for a while. It's like a canned good. It lasts forever. These expired in 2022. So that means we've had them since probably before the pandemic. So maybe they ran out of toilet paper and he just switched to beef broth. I don't know.
It's like, well, I couldn't get you any toilet paper, but here's 4 things of beef broth.
Five. Not only that, I found a can of beef broth. So they make it in cans too, apparently. Don't know what you use it for, but threw that crap out. And then I've just not had energy. I've been busy working, so I haven't had time to do everything else. On top of school was canceled last week because of snow. And tomorrow we already have a cancellation because it's going to be -8 degrees outside.
Ooh. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So we literally just got a phone call like an hour ago saying school's canceled tomorrow already.
Meanwhile, Sarah and I are dying here. It's like 43.
Oh my God.
It's been awful.
I could use that.
I think you were dying because it's 47.
Go
I
ahead,
wouldn't
Sarah.
say dying. I'm enjoying it a little bit because I know that we're going to absolutely hate it when it's 105 degrees.
We will. But I'll tell you this last week, and I don't mind the cold either, but it's been cold and gloomy. I haven't seen the sun in a week. I need some vitamin D. Like it's been.
You need some vitamin what?
The sun produces vitamin D.
Yeah,
I know somebody else
the
who
way you said it.
produces some vitamin D.
Maybe a little vitamin C as well.
I prefer vitamin P. Anyway,
Penis.
So anyway, Nick, go ahead. Sorry.
I mean, that's really about it in my cleaning process. It's just been busy right now. And I heard you guys had an organizer though.
We did. So, Sarah, your pantry nice and organized?
Oh, of course. Everything in my house is organized.
Everything I'm sure has labels and in its own containers. They do. I can tell by your face. They do.
No, I've been waiting to buy the perfect label maker, but I do want one. I am that person. I know, but everything is organized and everybody knows exactly where it goes. Like I'm very particular about stuff.
Nice.
It's my one fault.
To a fault, you said?
Yeah, probably.
So we've got this pantry, and this pantry, like the pantry is not the size proportion to the rest of the house. Like it's this teeny tiny little pantry. And
I would say it's an average size pantry. It's not
probably the
not
size
too
of my
small.
kitchen.
It's the perfect size pantry.
Sarah says it's probably the size of her kitchen. So I don't even know that Chris could fit in my pantry. It's so small. So
thank you. I did lose a little bit of weight.
Skinny.
Not that small. Yeah. So I have over the years have tried to clean it out and organize it. And I just lose this battle because, Rachel comes home with 5 bags and then it gets just thrown in there. So like every time I clean it, there's Nick, to your point with the 5 beef bases, I will find about 4 to 6 chicken base things. I'll find 8 to 10 cans of green beans. And I'm like, what? Like she has no idea what we have in here. So she just keeps buying it. So she hired an organizer. And I'm like, isn't that your job? Why are you outsourcing this? And she's like, don't you outsource the cleaning company? And I'm like, touche. So this lady comes over and they become best friends. Like it would not have shocked me if I came home to them making out. They are just
like that.
And I guess you'd really be coming home, huh?
Yeah, I would have been coming home at that point.
Talk about a homecoming.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Coming all over the home.
And then arriving.
No, just coming. So she did a really good job. Everything is labeled now. Everything is in its place and perfect. And but I guess people do that for a living. They go in and they organize people's pantries.
Not just the pantries.
That's my dream job.
Sarah, you got to get into it. I mean, I think this lady charged us like $400 for 8 hours.
Oh my God.
8 to 8. Wait. Hold on. It took 8 hours to organize the pantry and everything that got organized.
And the kitchen. Yeah. The whole kitchen.
Crazy.
Including under the sink. And under the sink was a disaster.
I know. Rachel showed me yesterday. She was very proud. She was like, it was like, come here. Or you need to look at all this.
Plumbing?
Yeah.
That would be me 100%. Actually, I know that's me. Why haven't I hung out with Rachel yet?
I don't think she exists.
I want to come over to your house and see your organized kitchen now.
Okay.
And have a glass of wine with her.
And then you can visit.
Yes.
I can't wait for the title of this episode.
We'll have to make that happen. We'll have to make that. It's just the problem is the schedule. We have 3 different types of schedules between you and Lewis, and then me, and then Rachel, because Rachel has like a big person job where she works Monday through Friday. Like she's off on weekends. So she's got like a real job. And me and Lewis, we work in hospitality and restaurants. So like our schedule's all over the place. And then I'm off Sundays and Mondays. So like Saturday night would be a great night, but like you guys work Sunday morning.
Wait, don't sell yourself short. I would consider any job that you hold a big person job.
Got him.
That was funny. All right. You guys ready to play Jersey Man, Florida Man?
Yeah.
Yes.
Whether flipping a fan boat or crashing a truck, these states are filled with people who suck. So it's time for us to play New Jersey Man versus Florida Man.
Every week, Game Master Ryan brings us 2 news stories. One is from Jersey, one is from Florida. It's up to us to determine which one is which. Take it away, Ryan.
Hey, this is Ryan, your in-the-field news reporter for the Parents Night Out news team, and I want to thank Mags or SG or Giles Garman, whatever the hell his name is, for filling in for me last week. And I want to thank Scott for giving me the paid day off. I spent my January 6th, like every red-blooded American should, at the new Gulf of America. I was there for the ceremony when they drained the Gulf and then immediately refilled it with the tears of liberals. It was glorious. I also want to wish everybody a happy new year. I spent that night waiting for the ball to drop, which Scott has been waiting for 45 years or so. Anyways, today I'm reporting to you live from a hibachi place in New Jersey, where they are apparently setting albino Grinch hobbits on fire. Oh my God. Everybody knows that's the best way to get rid of one. Upon seeing video of the flaming gremlin, Scott said, "Wow, you pulled out so quick." Well, of course he did, Scott. He doesn't want a Darren. Sorry, Darren. Scott has eaten nothing but hibachi since Chris said they, quote, put sake in little Japanese boys there. Anyway, Sarah, what do you think of this? Speaking of Sarah, I was a little disappointed to hear that your mother got you the same gift that I did. Being Jewish, I got you a fire blanket too. You can never be too safe, right? We are just receiving word that a man in Florida has just been arrested due to evidence found on his Google glasses. We actually have the evidence. What did this man Google?
Chloroform.
We also have part of the conversation he had with a minor.
Do you want to hold it and play with it?
Sounds like Uncle got arrested. Seems like a pretty open and shut case. Speaking of terrible people, let's get into this week's stories from New Jersey and Florida. And for our first story, a woman spends $25,000 on TikTok. And for our second story, rough sex leads to shots fired.
Wasn't that Ohio?
Wow.
I forgot about the albino Grinch. Do you remember that, Chris?
No, I forgot all about that. Yeah.
Emily had taken a picture and you were in
Doesn't
the
keep me up
background.
at night at all.
You look like an albino Grinch.
Yeah, no.
I'm like, what is that?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Okay,
Sounds funny, though.
we've got TikTok overspender and we've got shots fired after a great night of sex. Nick, what do you think?
I feel like all the TikTok videos come from Florida, so let's go with that.
All right, Darren.
It's tough because I know a TikTok overspender, but I also fire some shots every time I have some rough sex. So I'm going to say TikTok, Florida.
Sarah?
I just feel bad for Rachel being on this episode this week. I'm going to go TikTok, Florida.
Chris?
I'm going to go shots fired, New Jersey. 'Cause I don't think shots fired, Florida would even make the news.
So I think he's throwing us for a loop because we're all going to, make the joke, oh, Scott, the TikTok overspender, so it's got to be Florida. So I'm going to say TikTok overspender is New Jersey and shots fired, Florida. Let's find out the answer.
So our first story is from New Jersey, where a 65-year-old woman spent $25,000 on TikTok. Most of this money was spent on TikTok battles. I know another elderly man that spent almost this much going through a midlife crisis on TikTok. So that means our second story is from Florida, where a 61-year-old man and his 33-year-old boyfriend were getting sexually intimate when things got a little out of hand. The younger man smacked the 61-year-old man's butt a little bit too hard, which led to an argument and then shots fired. No one was injured by the shots. It's too bad the shots didn't hit the other man and paralyze him, because then he'd be more of Sean's type. We all know Sean likes his men to be fruits and vegetables. And in other news, an Oklahoma man driving a stolen vehicle is caught with a rattlesnake, uranium, whiskey, and a firearm.
What?
What, is a man not allowed to have hobbies anymore? Anyways, that's it for me this week. Back to you guys.
Thank you so much, Ryan.
I can just imagine this Florida couple, right? This gay couple having sex, and they're in Florida. So the guy, I tried it. The guy smacks him on the ass like, "Hey, I'm not that gay."
Tell me you live in a red state without telling me you live in a red state.
You're right. So Chris, something that we talked about we were going through and talking about Christmas, and I had it written down to talk about. For some reason, we didn't talk about it. And we specifically said, make sure we talk about this, and we didn't. But you got a really cool Christmas gift.
Oh, I did. So it wasn't a Christmas gift, actually. It was just announced on Christmas. It was kind of a scam Christmas gift, right?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It was kind of, she didn't actually get me anything else, now to think of it. And it's not even, I'm just kidding. No, I'm just kidding. No, the reason it was given to me on Christmas is so that everyone could watch. Wait a second.
Wait.
But anyway.
Wow.
So, wait a second. So, we're at my parents' house, and Emily gives me a box. Man, I'm trying to very carefully choose my words. Gives me a
all right.
package.
So you came to your parents' house when Emily gave you a box.
Actually, yes.
She gave it to you on Christmas.
Then everyone whipped out their phones.
Whoa.
And I'm like, what is going on? Why are you doing this in the middle of it? No, so why is everyone recording this? And I'm thinking, man, this could be a really good Christmas gift, right? So I'm thinking Eagles tickets. You got to be Eagles tickets. I haven't been to an Eagles game in a while. I don't love going to Eagles games.
Oh, did you do that thing where you're like, did you give me Eagles tickets?
I did not. No, I did not. No, learned my
Okay,
lesson
good.
the hard way. And so I'm opening the gift.
Nick wants you to learn his lesson the hard way.
And then learned that plenty of times. I don't think I learned that anymore. And I open this up, and the piece of paper says, "There's no better way to spend your 30th birthday." And at first I'm like, damn, I'm turning 30. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I got like box seats to the Eagles game, right? Like I'm getting nice, like really nice seats. And I take off the thing, and I see a Disney shirt in my size, triple XL. I see a woman's Disney shirt,
children's triple XL, by the way.
I see a woman's shirt, which is for Emily. Kind of selfish, actually, giving herself a gift in my gift. But anyway,
There we go.
and I'm so excited. And then I see a baby size one. I'm pretty pissed. I'm like, man, now I got to watch a baby in Disney. No, I'm just kidding. No, I got so excited. And the craziest part is, well, first of all, if you guys didn't understand this, Emily bought me a trip to Disney World for my 30th birthday.
Meanwhile, I was like, damn,
Remy just commented, box seats to the Eagles game. Let's go. I'm going to the Super Bowl on Sunday, Remy. Can you believe it? And it's so you guys, I'm not very impressed that Nick kept a secret. I know Nick can keep a secret. Nick booked the whole thing.
I booked it, and I have it in my system that we use for our customer stuff. I literally have a thing in there that says "keep it a surprise." Like it turns my entire screen red. Like I was like, "Crap, I can't say anything."
I will say,
I can't believe Scott didn't say anything.
I almost blew it.
Before you get to the joke, I will say, if you want to book a surprise vacation or an aspect of a vacation that's a surprise, there's nobody better in the business than Nick at Sandpiper Vacations, because my wife got me that really cool over the water bungalow in Jamaica that I didn't know was coming. I thought we were going to have a swim up suite, and then we ended up.
Did you come in Jamaica?
I did several times.
Wow, nice.
And then we got so Nick is really good about helping you plan these surprises and keep the secrets. So book him, reach out to him, www.sandpipervacations.com. Tell him that the No New Friends podcast sent you, or Parents Night Out.
Or Disneyverse.
No, ew.
Or Chris. Whatever. Anybody.
Who the fuck is Jeremy Hubsmith? Chris, you look like a 40-year-old homeless guy that should live under a bridge and eat the polluted mussels and claim they are a XEL delicacy. Okay, it took him a couple minutes, but he did spell delicacy right.
That's chef.
Proud of you, chef.
You show some goddamn respect.
He's tall. He said I should. He said first of all, he says I'm 40 and I live under a bridge. I moved from my bridge like 3 years ago.
Bridge.
I did live under a bridge for an extended period of time, a dark period in my life. Thank you for bringing that up, Jeremy.
So
that
anyway,
was in Biden's America, though.
You're coming to Disney.
I am, and I'm also taking a vacation in April. Yeah, really, really excited. I guess that's it. I'm trying to think of anything else. I'm really excited too because not only am I going to see my some of my best friends, but I'm also going to have you guys babysit while I go on like rides. That's what will be happening.
Chris, here's the crazy thing. You said you were surprised that I knew about this for like a year.
Yeah, Emily was saying that you didn't have much of a reaction, and she's like, "Is Scott okay?"
I was going through something.
I was like, no, actually he's not. But he just met Kevin Brassard, and now he's great.
So can I bring up something real quick? So as the token gay person on this podcast, I feel like
tokenish.
as the original homosexual on here, I feel like there's something that needs to be brought up that is also happening today. And I need you guys to move out of the way because I think I'm straight today.
Nick's on the mic, so it's time to take notice. And if you don't like it, that's homophobic. Stay the hell out of his way. Move on
straight.
Straight. I'm very straight, bro. We didn't talk about this at all. You've been talking about sports stuff, and apparently there's a game happening right now. As we are recording this.
You're right.
The biggest game of the year between the Ohio State University is playing some Irish little man. So Chris, are you playing?
I just got done. Yeah, it's halftime.
Awesome. Okay, so it's halftime. The soccer team's winning. They got the balls into the little hole thing, and I think they're winning.
They are. Right now, Ohio State is up 21-7.
Yeah. So go sports. Go red, scarlet. Oh, we're scarlet and gray. I forgot.
You know what's so funny is in our group text, Nick says, so we're recording during the national championship game.
Yeah.
Ohio State's playing. And I couldn't even muster up anything to say. I was laughing so hard. I was like, Nick, how does Nick know there's a game going on?
We have a group chat with my cousins, and they're all having a party tonight. But you know what? I decided to hang out with you guys.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
They're watching sports, and I would have had no clue what was going on anyway. So I would have been cheering for the stripes guys.
In the Discord, Sophisticated Gentleman is like, you dare record during the Ohio State game?
Yeah.
And I'm like, ain't none of y'all going to be watching a damn football game.
And it's also Martin Luther King Jr. Day, too. We didn't talk about that. But
No, we didn't.
Which is the actual
Scott
holiday
texted me
today.
telling me not to bring it up. I don't know why.
One of those off-topic limits. Yes, happy MLK Day, everybody.
There's just a lot going on, and go sports. Go Ohio State.
I forgot that college football was still even happening.
I think just because it's literally two states that are next to each other, it's like, why are we playing?
bad,
I don't
yeah.
know where we're playing at. Why couldn't it be in Ohio? It's cold here. That's why. But
Where is the game?
I think it's in like Georgia or something.
Peach Bowl?
That's probably
I
in the
don't
Peach
know.
Bowl.
It's somewhere. They're just spending a lot of more money to travel and get a day off of school tomorrow.
Probably not in the Palisades.
Oh.
I'm just saying. I'm getting probably.
Ooh.
No, I'm dead serious. That's a really good
So are a lot of
observation.
trees now.
It's a really good observation on my part, actually.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to be chat GPT for you guys.
You're such a good observer, Chris.
Thank you. That's a really good observation.
Ohio has won 8 national championship titles, and they're underway till their 9th, which is amazing. Go head coach Ryan Day. Everybody wanted to fire him too. Can we talk about that? So all the Ohio State people TikTok. If it weren't for TikTok, I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
I don't watch it.
TikTok,
Everybody from Ohio
TikTok.
hated this guy because he's lost to Michigan for the past like 4 years now or something, because Michigan's a rivalry. I don't know. They hate each other because of colors.
Like the Bloods and the Crips
It's what it is.
Like
With
the
a
blacks
ball.
and the whites.
They don't like the blue.
in your house, maybe.
Not in his house, in his studio.
Only during the golden age, Chris.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So that's my sports update. Thanks.
We should get a weekly. Oh my
Weekly
god!
sports update
We
from
should
me.
get a weekly sports update from Nick.
That actually is a great idea.
That's a really funny
Yeah.
idea.
That might
Let's
last
see.
longer
I'll
than
give- I'll
Chris's
give-
conspiracy
Almost as
corner.
good as doing a weekly update of what the show, what happened last week on the show. That was going to happen every week. It was a Dead Mary bit. Do you not remember that?
Oh yeah, she did it once.
She did it
To
once.
try to
Oh,
impress
yeah.
us
She did a
because she was
recap.
Yeah, to try to.
Alex,
sandwich
got
us.
that?
Yeah.
I mean, in all reality, I knew what happened in football because I went to some of the games back in the day, but I don't care. Let's be honest.
You were under the bleachers.
Let's be honest.
I was just started watching Marching Band, which our Marching Bands are really fucking good, guys.
They actually are
the
good.
Ohio State
They
marching
actually are
band is
good, yeah.
really good.
They're
Yeah.
so good.
Not as
Yeah.
good as Florida State, but
I enjoy them so much that I think I could be gay. I mean, that could be me.
I'd let you sit on my tuba.
I got a tromboner just thinking about them.
Chris, you got any cliff notes?
I do.
It's been quite the show. A lot of stuff's happened, so nothing can stop this little boy from recapping the day the Chris's Cliff's Notes way.
So I watched the inauguration today, and I made up a drinking game while watching it. I took a shot whenever I saw a person of color in the Capitol Rotunda. Now, it got to the point where I had to start looking up people's 23andMe's, and I did dig to find out that JD Vance is actually 2% Cherokee, so I was able to take one shot today, guys.
So many different shades of white.
We started off the podcast saying that JD Vance looked like a puppet that you could stick your fist up and control. Scott also looks like a puppet, but he's like one of those ones where you need 3 people to control. We talked about the TikTok ban, and Scott talked about how he was in turmoil when it shut down. I haven't seen a person that surprised since Joe Biden was told he was president today. Scott was describing how he would try to watch adult films without paying for them in the 80s. He could kind of see it if he turned the knob the right way and it would poke through a little bit. It just sounds like Rachel looking for your penis. Kind of see it if you twist the right way.
Tilt your head inside, squeak your eyes. It's like one of those 4D stereograms.
Scott told us that he recently hired an organizer, which surprised me. Scott, you're a great organizer. You organize this podcast. You also organize all your clan meetings.
Oh my God.
And lastly, Scott, I'm glad that Trump commuted your sentence today so you can make the podcast. I'm glad the president has all his priorities in the right place.
Thank you. Thank you for all your service, President Trump.
You want to do the Elon Musk salute to take us out?
Oh, no, I don't.
Just a friendly wave.
Anybody got anything fun coming up with the kids this week?
No.
I hate kids.
I don't know why, dude. They ruin everything. Well, we will. We got to start thinking about this because it's right around the corner. The 3rd annual Friendly Awards.
Whoa. Is it the Friendies or is it the Audis? We're all Audis. That's a horrible name. I'll cut that. I don't even pretend that I ever said that.
Well, I mean, we're still we're Parents' Night Out with
that's
friends,
right. That's right.
So it can still be the Friendies.
Yeah, it can be the Friendies.
Didn't you just do the Friendies last month?
No, we did it in March of last year, so we'll do it again in March. But we got to start.
It's Friendies season. The nominations will start, rolling out. The Academy will start reviewing all of the.
Yep. So Darren and Chris will come up with categories over the next week or so, and then we'll start talking about that.
You do it once, and then you get roped in.
Yep.
Yeah. Darren, you know what? I might need a co-host this year. So if you know anybody.
Damn.
No, I think I might need a wise man to be the co-host this year. I think that would be
fun.
I think we could tag team this thing. Because we've tag teamed in the past, and boy, are we good. Boy, are we good. Boy, are we good.
All right. So for the last time before I kill this joke, you can connect with us. All of our social media links are right there on our website, nonewfriendspodcast.com. While you're there, check out our really sweet merchandise. Join our clubhouse, become a friend with benefits. For as low as $2 a month, you get all those sorts of exclusive benefits. Don't forget to leave us a 5-star review and rating on Spotify, on Google, on Apple Music, all that good stuff. It really, really helps us out. Check us out on YouTube every Monday live when we record this thing, and then also on the TikTok. On behalf of Giles Garmin, Game Master Ryan, our producer Alex, the wise man Darren.com, Nick, Sarah, Chris, I'm Scott. Thank you so much for listening. We'll see you next time.
Turn it off.
I totally forgot about the Pledge of Allegiance part.
See you later, poopy bus.
Only friends, just the